bye week. Welcome back to Bengals Nation, everybody. Give it a round of applause. Our guys have won 2 games in a row. They're sitting at 3-3, and they got a big test Sunday out in San Francisco. For more on that, let's bring out and let him hear it. A big Who Day welcome to our weekly analysts, DJ Reader and Mike Hilton. Welcome back, guys.
What's up?
What's up, man?
How was the bye week for you, DJ?
It was pretty good. I hung out here, went to Kings Island with my son, just kind of hung out, didn't do nothing much.
Kings Island, is he big into roller coasters?
Yeah,
I know he's younger.
He is? He's a little daredevil. He's a thrill seeker, so it's always a good time.
What was his favorite ride there?
We rode this little ride. I don't know the name of it, honestly. I don't remember the names, but you like go around and just kind of drop every now and then, so it was cool. And then he got on his first roller coaster. I couldn't ride that with him, but his mom did, so it was cool.
Are you a big roller coaster guy?
I am, but
okay, that's good.
At like 16, I can't fit most of them. I gotta go to like Universal where they got the one extension size, but at Universal I go crazy.
Ain't no shame about it, my dog.
I know, I ain't tripping.
Mike, what about you? What'd you get into this bye week?
Man, I got me. I went down to Key Largo, Florida. Got a nice little getaway. Kicked my feet up and reset for the back half of the season.
Was it you and the wife, or did you bring the kids along?
Oh, no, we dropped the kids off at the grandparents, and it was me and the wife.
That's what grandparents are for, right? So mom and dad can
They don't
get
see
away.
them much, so when they do, they get every second with them.
It seems like, I know it's an early bye week in the grand scheme of things, but 6 weeks you guys have been through. It's been a roller coaster. It seemed like it came at the right time, Mike?
Yeah, I believe so. Obviously, we didn't start like we wanted to, but we got ourselves back to 500, with an opportunity to get over 500 Sundays. So we're excited about where we're at, and we know our urgency level is high.
DJ, it felt like in the locker room on Monday when we were in there with you guys that everyone kind of was relaxed, everyone was kind of refreshed. You feel like that energy's back up after the week away?
I think it was good a lot for people, just not body-wise, emotionally, going through those first 2 losses and then fighting your way back to get even. A lot of guys, just a lot of mental stress, and now we're back even. We're back at 0-0 to us, so we can go out everything we want in front of us.
And you got a big test, San Francisco. Top to bottom, they're a really good team, as you guys are. What kind of test is this, Mike, in San Francisco?
It's going to be a test of will. They're coming off a 2-game losing streak. We're trying to extend our winning streak. It could be a future Super Bowl matchup, so it has a lot of meaning behind it, and we're excited and confident going into it.
All right, let's check in with the head coach, Zac Taylor, what he has to say about his bye week.
What's the bye week look like in the Taylor household?
Just laid low. We got in a couple extra days of work over here in the office with the coaches, then gave them off and went home and just hung out with the family for a couple days.
Is it kind of trying to cram everything that you've missed or you're going to miss in the couple weeks, or how do you guys approach that?
No, we've learned our lessons, trying to do too much. So my wife always signs us up for family pictures. So, of course, we had a photographer come over and take pictures of our family. I think that took 15 minutes. And then other than that, just laid low, hung out on our front porch and spent some time with the kids.
How often do you think of football when you're trying to get that family time in there, but also you got a football game coming up that you got to work on?
It's a long season, so you got to try to get it out of your brain a little bit. But, of course, it's always sitting there. There's teams playing on TV that you're watching. There's always work to be done to get ready for this Monday. You want to stay one step ahead with the bye week to get ready for San Francisco. So I found myself in my basement a couple times when my wife couldn't find me, watching some tape. But for the most part, spent it with my family.
And when you have young boys that like football, I assume you watched a little bit of NFL football on Sunday, too.
Yeah, they enjoyed it. And so, again, we sat on the couch and watched as many games as we could and had a good time.
Your brother had a Thursday night game. Did you find yourself sitting there and watching the Jacksonville game at all and rooting for him?
I did. Normally, I wouldn't stay up for that whole game on a Thursday night. But since I didn't have much to do on Friday, I stayed up and stuck with it through the end, and they found a way to pull it out.
Do you text him afterwards or call him and second-guess him, rib him, what went well, what didn't go well? How does that work?
Yeah, usually if it's a 1 o'clock game, we'll talk that night. When he finished as late as he did, he was in New Orleans. I went to sleep as soon as the game ended, and we talked the next morning.
Your coaching staff, since you've been here, have been really good coming out of bye weeks. What is the key to successfully, you call it winning the bye week, but how do you win the bye week?
I think guys come out fresh. We get a chance to analyze some things that we could be doing better over the first course of the season. We do a good job preparing for the next opponent with the extra time we get, and everyone feels refreshed. We spend time with our family. We know we're in it for the long haul. Guys are recharged and ready to go, and so we always have great energy coming out of the bye.
You've mentioned self-scouting is critical during the bye. When you take a look at yourselves in the mirror, what did you see?
Yeah, I won't get too deep into it, but there's always things that we can do better from a technique standpoint, put our guys in maybe better positions, utilize our personnel as best we can. So, again, we try to be as thorough as possible and put ourselves in the best position going forward.
Time for our first time out on Bengals Nation. When we return, this week's special guest, Cam Taylor-Britt, joins the guys as we get to the bottom of just how good the second-year corner has been.
I want to welcome y'all back to another episode, man, of Getting Defensive. I'm your host, Mike Hill, and this is DJ Reader.
Yo.
And today we got a real special guest, man. Y'all give a loud, warm welcome to cornerback Cam Taylor-Britt. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, man.
2-9, what's up, man?
Man, what's up? I gotta talk in the mic. My bad, y'all. A little nervous.
Don't get nervous.
I'm good, man.
Well, we're going to get straight to it, man. You're going into year 2, man. Just tell us about that year 1 to year 2 jump, mentally, physically. How's it been for you?
It's honestly been a wild ride, man. You know, just seeing how fast everything is going. You guys kind of told me, you know, just being in the NFL, how fast, you know, it goes by. Week to week, you know, it just, you know, in a blink of an eye, you know, we're in week 8, you know, and it's crazy. We just started the season off. But as far as like the growth, man, you know, just seeing things a lot faster now, being able to, you know, identify, you know, pre-snap a lot, you know, just trying to call things out before the safety. But mentally, man, I'm more level-headed. You know, I feel like I'm more confident. I go out there, you know, just play my game. You know, with the help of you guys, they're always on my back. You know, just play your game, and you know, I think that just, you know, boosts my confidence. You know, go out there every day.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Now, I see you all the time on the sideline. I always look in your eyes. You got that look in your eye. You be ready to go. Hey, but growing up, who'd you model your game after? Who were you a fan of growing up, being a young kid in Alabama?
I don't even know. Man, honestly, I think I just love the game of football, and you know, and just and what it's done for me. And that's why I play the game that you know, the way I play it. Yeah, you see that look in my eyes, and it's everything. Like, you feel me? It's everything. Is when they have me speak in front of the team, you know, before the game, they ask me, do I have a speech? I never have a speech. It just comes off the heart, you know, every time. And, you know, you never know what's going to come out, but just know I mean it. Yeah, that's about it, man.
For sure, man. I got one more question, man. We got a tough game Sunday going out to San Fran, man. So what we got to do to come back home with a victory?
We got to win, of course, man.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
You know that. You know that. Honestly, man, you know, just as far as game plan was, I feel like, you know, we just have to go out there and play our game. That's it. Simple as that. Get back to what we know. I think that's the only answer. You know, play together and come back with that dub. We're going too far to take a L, baby.
Well, Cam, man, we appreciate you coming on, man. And let's get ready for Sunday, my boy. Yes, sir.
Thank y'all.
San Francisco next up for you guys. What do you see when you turn on the 49er tape?
A really good team from top to bottom. Well coached. They've been in a lot of big moments, you know, over the last couple of years. They've got great players in all 3 phases, and so it's a really good test for our team to go on the road and get one out of San Francisco.
We'll start on the defensive side of the ball. There's a lot of great players there. They attack you so many different ways. What is the mark of this Niners defense that's been so good in the NFL for the last few years?
They're good on all 3 levels. It's hard to look past their front to start. They do such a good job. Start with Nick Bosa across the board with their D tackles and other ends. Fred Warner leads that linebacker group. It's a really talented group. And then on the back end, they got 4 guys that really do a great job playing together, great communication, make a lot of plays on the ball.
Offensively, Brock Purdy is a cool story in the NFL because the Mr. Irrelevant last pick of the draft kind of gets thrust into there. What has made him such a good quarterback that he's been able to get his opportunity and really stick around?
Well, he's done a good job getting the ball to his playmakers. They got plenty of playmakers. He does a good job distributing it where the ball needs to go. He doesn't force a lot of bad plays, so he keeps them on schedule. They've done a great job putting the ball in the end zone early in the games and building the leads and playing with leads, and that allows the quarterback to be able to play at his best.
They have several weapons. I want to start here, though. We're going to go back a few years, probably about 20 or so years, to Norman High School. Let's talk Tiger football, because there's this kid, class of 2002. That's a young Zac Taylor there. Take me back. What was it like being the quarterback of Norman High School?
I took that picture in Midwest City's gym. I was wearing a green flannel shirt, and I had ankle weights on my ankles because it was Rivals.com had just started. And that was the first picture I ever took for Rivals.com. I weighed about 160 pounds. And so we had an okay team. I think my junior year we went 5-5. They'd split our high school in half my sophomore season. So half the kids went to Norman North. They started a new school. So we kind of struggled to maintain the dominance that we'd had in years before. So
3-star recruit, couple D1 offers, could say a little unheralded there. 10 years later, another guy comes out of Norman High School. He would eventually become George Kittle, who you're going to play on Sunday. Did you hear about him? Because I know your parents are still in the. When is the first time you heard about George Kittle and Ed Norman?
Probably my dad talking about him because he's a coach's son. So his dad was working at OU for Stoops, had been at Iowa before that. And so it's no surprise that he ended up at Iowa. So my dad told me about George Kittle. I was at A&M. I watched his tape. He was a very skinny receiver. He wasn't really a tight end. Went to the movies at Moore, Oklahoma, and saw him. My dad pointed him out. He was with some kids his age, some high school kids. So I remember seeing George Kittle, and then fast forward however many years later, and he's turned into the monster that he is now.
Could you see that there was that potential there, or did it kind of surprise you too?
He was a really good receiver. That was a big, tall, skinny kid, and so obviously he put on the weight and obviously got in the weight room and had a great model to follow. You know, his dad had been a coach, so could send him in the right direction. Ended up at a great program that's produced a lot of tight ends there at Iowa. So he's turned into a great player. You
see him at, you guys got to send the fight song after the game or something, you know?
I've never really interacted with him, to be honest with you. So we played him a couple times, but I've never kind of gone out of my way to do that. But I always followed him from afar. We're both probably, aside from my brother, the only 3 Norman Tigers. I think Ryan Broyles played receiver for the Lions for a couple years, but that's about it. I think there's the 4 of us over the last 40 years or so, and that's about all we got.
What makes him such a good tight end?
He can do everything. He can run block, he can pass protect, and he's a weapon in the passing game. He'll win any matchup he gets with the safety and the linebacker. They look at that as a very favorable matchup for him. But again, he's willing to help in the run game. He's a willing pass protector, very physical, plays with that tenacious mindset, which makes him one of the top tight ends in the game.
Bengaltizers, sponsored by Sinsoy.
It's time for another episode of Bengaltizers here at Bengals Nation. We've got Sam from Sinsoy Foods. Sam, what have you cooked up for us this week?
Well, in honor of San Francisco visiting this week, we've got a grilled cheese, but not just any grilled cheese. It's on a sourdough, kind of like a French onion, but we've got a little caramelized onions, miso, Parmesan cheese, grilled down nice and melty with some cheddar as well. I think it's going to be a hit.
All right, I mean, the weather's changing.
Yep.
Bowl of tomato soup with grilled cheese. It seems like the perfect time to pull this out.
Perfect. I think this works at a tailgate too. I think you can do it impress your friends. It should be a very easy, simple thing to do out in the cold.
I mean, I hear the Grateful Dead do that all the time, the grilled cheese at the tailgate lot, so Bengals fans can do it too. Let's dig into this. Let's try it out.
That one's yours.
This one's mine? Okay. Cheers. That's quite tasty.
Yeah.
And not just a regular grilled cheese. I can tell there's a lot into that.
There's a lot of flavor, yeah. Yeah, it's good.
All right, tell the people how to find you, Sinsoy Foods.
Social media is Instagram at Sinsoy Foods. You can go to sinsoyfoods.com, sign up for our email. We'd love to hear from you. Look for us throughout the city. You can find us there at About Us, and we look forward to sharing more appetizers.
Zac hits the Telestrator to break down that game 2 weeks ago. In case you forgot, what went right against the Seahawks?
Coach Taylor's Breakdown, sponsored by Wendy's.
All right, we'll take a look at some clips from last week's win against Seattle. The first one here is a great interception here by our defense. Mike Hilton doing a great job. They're trying to take a shot to number 11 here on the rail route, and if he doesn't get it, they're going to check the ball down to the running back on a little delayed screen. And so great job here by Mike getting in phase. They think they got a winner there. He does a great job high pointing that ball and getting a big turnover there inside the 5-yard line, taking points off the board for them. This is one of our many red zone stops that our defense had today, so well done by them, and great pick by Mike Hilton. The second one's another turnover we had. They're going to run what we call a dagger route right here by DK Metcalf, so he's supposed to run a dagger. And Cam Taylor-Britt does a great job reading this route and kind of running the route for him, which makes DK stop on the route, knowing that he's not going to be able to get it. And then great hands by Cam. And then just even further having the awareness to get up instead of giving us the ball on the minus 42-yard line, getting up and giving us about 20, 25 more yards of real estate there, turned into a field goal on this next drive. So really well done by the defense. Great job by Cam Taylor-Britt. So here they go, last play of the game here, 41 seconds left, 4th and goal on the 7-yard line. And you're going to see really well done here. They're in a 1-by-3, so 1 tight end, 3 receivers down here at the bottom, which allows us to steal our backside safety. So he's able to take away this jump route they're trying to run to get DK the ball. We've got one-on-one with DJ Turner on the tight end up top. There's nowhere to go with the ball. BJ Hill and Sam Hubbard do a great job on the TE here, getting to the quarterback and getting a hit and ending the game. So really well done by these guys. Let you see it from the end zone here. Great job by BJ and Sam Hubbard. And great coverage there on the back end. Good job by Logan securing what could have been a potential fumble there. Then you look at the offense side of the ball. It's 2nd and 5. So Seattle's known for this Hawk 3 style of defense they're going to play. It's a special type of cover 3. What we're trying to do is run Jamar over the top of this linebacker. If the backer doesn't carry him, Jamar's going to get the ball over the top. If the backer carries him, then it gives TB a one-on-one with the down safety. Then on 2nd down, TB does a great job making sure we're not in a 3rd and short, getting that 1st down. So really well done there on the choice route, running on Jamal Adams, who's a great player in this league. Great throw, great protection. Good extra effort there by TB. And then you look at 1st and goal on the 7-yard line. This is the first drive of the game. We're going to motion across. They're going to give their cover 3 signal, and all Burrow's going to read is this flat defender. So you're going to see right now, when he sees Jamal Adams go to the flat, he knows right now he's going to have Tyler Boyd with great leverage on a quick slant for a touchdown. This extra defender is his. They're showing 6 defenders. We can only block 5 of them. He knows he's got to get the ball off before that last player, so really well executed. Nice job by TB here, understanding where he's going to get this ball, having great body language coming out of this route, and great throw and catch for a good 7 points there to start the game. And then the last one here is going to be Andre Yoshivasta's first career touchdown. We're trying to run a play action here. They impede his progress, so they end up throwing an illegal contact flag down here at the bottom. But you can see Joe stays alive. The protection's outstanding. You look at the front here, great front. Great job by Drew Sample straining throughout the entirety of the play. Joe buys some time. Andre gets open, and really nice job there for his first career touchdown.
Still to come on Bengals Nation, Zac gives his keys to a 3rd straight win as the team heads out to San Francisco on Sunday.
This is my glory.
Game day matchup sponsored by Gold Star.
For this week's matchup, it's the Bengals defense trying to contain all of the weapons that the San Francisco offense has. Deebo Samuel will be out for the 49ers, but their offense is so much more than just Deebo. Christian McCaffrey has a new NFL record with 16 straight games scoring a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, their other top-tier wide receiver, has 10 catches for over 20 yards. And the creative way Kyle Shanahan gets these guys out into space means any of them could line up in the backfield or on the outside, making communication on the back end critical for guys like Dax Hill.
Very critical. I mean, you really have to know where those guys are at just because they can change the outcome of a game. So really just want to go in, like you said, have the best communication and then really just being on the same page and really just creating the best matchups. I feel like we can match up well with those guys. So we're ready for the competition.
Keys to the game, sponsored by Kia.
What must the Bengals do to get a win out in San Francisco?
We got to start fast. San Francisco's been a team that scored a touchdown on their first drive many times over the last 10 games. And so that's kind of been their MO, is start fast and play with the lead. And so we got to be able to take that from them and start fast ourselves.
A reminder, if you like what you see, you can join us every week Wednesdays at 6:30 at the Kroger OTR Eatery to see the show live and in person, and of course, watch it on your TV home of the Bengals Saturday nights at 11:35. I know Cam, in his 2nd year, has taken a huge step. Mike, how have you seen him make the biggest progress from the rookie that we saw on Halloween until now?
Oh, man, it's number one, his confidence. When he goes out on the field now, he feels like he's the best player out there, and he shows in the way he competes. And it's also just his mental game from the classroom to the field. He's he's involved a lot more. He's asking a lot more questions, and he's seeing our things a lot faster, and it's putting him in position to make plays.
Cam, I was out in Alabama when you were in high school, so I knew a little bit of your game down there in Montgomery. Did you guys know he was a quarterback?
I didn't believe it when he told us that when he first got drafted, but we saw him throw a ball, and we kind of believed it after that.
I heard. I mean, I ain't gonna knock it. I heard, so I believed him. And he said he could throw it. He threw the ball. Hey, they all got surprised. I seen it. I seen all the eyes like, dang, that's crazy.
Cam, how far can you throw that football?
About 75.
75. How far can Joe throw the football? Is it 75?
Not 75.
We got an emergency quarterback and cornerback up here. That's what's up. Let's switch it up to a more fun topic. Halloween's coming up on Tuesday. Trick-or-treating, you're a kid. What's your favorite costume you've ever worn, and what's your favorite candy, DJ?
My favorite, I mean, this year we're coming up. We got Transformers this year. I'm a big Transformer guy, so I'm excited about it. He's Bumblebee. I'm going to be Optimus Prime, so I think this is going to be my favorite one right here. But I ain't going to cap. I'm a big candy corn guy. People hate on it, but I like candy corn. I like it.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. People hate on it.
I'm talking about.
I'm a fan.
Come on,
Somebody told me
man.
it was decoration the other day.
No.
It's crazy.
Candy corn legit.
I like candy corn.
Cam, what's your favorite, we're not trying to start a fight up here, but Cam, what's your favorite costume you've ever worn, and what's your go-to candy?
I like candy corn too. But I think one year I was a vampire, but like it was like a bootleg vampire, you know? It was like baby powder, and I put it all on my face. It's Twilight. That's what I was giving. That's what I was trying to give. But, I think that was probably my best one that I actually tried to put thought into. And, I had the little blood running, So, yeah, that was about it.
Mike, you're up.
For me, I've always been a Mortal Kombat fan. So I remember when I was 8 or 9, I got the Sub-Zero outfit. And, man, you couldn't tell me nothing.
You still got it, right?
I
You put it on when you need it?
I hope that I'm give it to my son when he gets big enough.
You can still fit it.
Hey, watch out now.
Love you, Mike.
On that note, I think that's a good time to end Bengals Nation for this week. Big thanks to everybody for coming out. Bengals Nation.